What's up everyone, my name is George and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be reviewing Gallant. I have mentioned this book in my to be read of October, which I'll link it up here for you guys if you want to check it out. It's one of those reads and I've read this book and I loved it. I rate this book 5 out of 5 stars. It's a brilliant concept and I loved the storytelling aspect of this. And she is deaf, specifically mute, so she doesn't talk. And it follows her journey with finding out what happened to her parents and her family, and one day and to ask her to come to his estate, which is the place called Gallant. And when she gets there, she finds out her uncle is not there and there were just a bunch of servants and a cousin. She ends up solving this mystery of what happened and figuring out what happened and trying to figure out how to save them. And that's the whole story. Now, I don't want to spoil the book because I think this book is really good in the sense of its concept and storytelling aspect. This author knows how to write a really good mystery. So throughout the book, you learn new pieces of information about Olivia's family and what happened to them, and specifically about the house. So for example, this edition I've got, you can see there's blue and red. And this is a pretty good visual of what happens in the story. And it's about her finding out what happened in this specific house. And what happened to her parents and what happened before she has arrived. As she solves the mystery, she finds out a lot of the dark truths of what's happened in the past. And she's trying to figure out how to stop it from continuing. And by the end of the book, it left me with a very bizarre feeling. And you can say that it's a cliffhanger, but I disagree. I feel like it didn't really resolve anything. It feels like all of this is for naught kind of moment. But that doesn't discount for the amazing writing this author pulls in. It feels very engaging to a degree, of course, specifically within the story aspect. As far as the character arc goes, it did not feel like there was anything new that has been brought to the table, other than the fact that it shows the bullying aspect of the main character because she is deaf, like she's mute specifically, she can't talk. And because of that, she's being bullied because of that. And I know the feeling of that because as a deaf person, I've gone through that. I've dealt with that. And the fact that this author portrayed this main character to have that experience, it felt very relatable to me. And the main message I took away from this book is being your own self, be strong, and know that your disability is a gift. It's a very bizarre takeaway from this book because if you read it, you would know what happened and what went down. For those who don't know, I encourage you to read it and have a look for yourself because there are certain aspects that the main character goes through, and because she's deaf, in the sense of not being able to speak, she had to try and communicate what she wanted to know. And there was sign language written in this book. I thought it was brilliant, and that it had such a character depth into the eons of Olivia. Like, it's not a character study, but it's more on knowing how is she tackling these specific situations with what she's got. And she learns new things and new, very interesting answers to the situation in hand and how she uses it. So towards the end of the book, she learns some new information about her ability. Even though she can't speak, there are some other aspects of her that shines and becomes stronger and powerful. And that caused her to fight back in a way that I didn't expect, but brings the story to a head, to its finishing, and I thought it was really beautiful. However, do I feel like the character's depth was strong? Yes. Do I feel the character's depth was strong? Yes. Do I feel like there's a character arc being given? No. Because it feels very monotonal. It feels the same from the beginning, middle, and end. Towards the end, it's like it's a little bit of a shift, but it's more of her understanding her gift and using it to the best of her ability, which I thought was a really beautiful thing. However, do I feel like there's a character development being really pushed? No. Do I feel like her disability has been used as a power to learn from what she is witnessing from the situation? 100%. And that's what made me when this book is a 5 for me. This book has something that I truly will never forget from these concepts. Now, that being said, the one other aspect of this book I truly loved was the design cover. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a little bit reflective, but this visual cover actually comes into the story as well. And I'm not going to spoil it that too much. I'm just going to give a little interesting detail. I thought this cover is beautiful. There's different cover versions of this as well, so depending on which one you get, it will variate. But usually the house image, it's definitely 100% relevant to the story itself. It may not seem like it at first, but it becomes more prevalent as you read on to the story. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not done that already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that way you can see when my new video will be up. And if you have read this book, comment down your thoughts and opinions of this book. I would love to hear what you think of it. And also, if there's any other books you personally recommend for me to read, comment it down below as well. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.